You then me.
Hi, and welcome to Hit the Podcast with me, Matthew.
Cameron.
And Taysha.
In today's episode, we're going to review a series of the podcast called Hit the Podcast. So, let's
Start with the reason why we made the podcast.
So, the reason why we made the podcast is to, review, how we did on each project. So, the film review, Hit the Road, and the car advert and stuff. That's why we made the podcast. And Cameron came up with the name. Hit the Podcast from Hit the
Came up
Road.
with the name too. Don't take all the credit.
He gave it to me.
I said it.
Carry on.
So, yeah.
So, when doing the podcast, did you find it easier or have you found it harder?
I found it fairly alright.
I found it easier because you get to speak instead of having to write and type. It's so annoying having to type.
Yeah.
How about you, Cameron?
Which bit? What would you find it challenging?
Yeah.
Don't like talking.
You got to say a bit more.
Don't like speaking.
Taysha being your spokesperson.
Cameron said it was challenging
Because I don't really
because
like
he doesn't
speaking.
like talking. And he overcame it by he tried to forget that the microphone was there and pretend he was chatting to Taysha. And his confidence improved as the podcast went on. So what's next?
The question should be on the paper as well.
A podcast, I think, is a lot easier than writing or typing and stuff in it. It's a lot easier.
Yeah, now I can hear you properly.
Mm.
I couldn't really hear you, very quiet.
Ah.
So what were our three main aims?
To record the film review one,
Yeah.
the Hit the Road one, and the advert one to tick them boxes, and then we're just ticking another box by reflecting on the podcast series. I think.
Cameron's main three aims was to evaluate the podcast so that he could recognise what went well, what didn't go so well, and how he could improve if he were to do it again.
What were your aims, Taysha?
To do something different instead of having to type an evaluation, actually speak it, because it's much easier because you can think of it on the spot instead of when you type and you really can't.
Yeah.
You gotta have plans.
Yeah.
How was our time management?
I'd say, we got all 3 episodes done, so
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what
day,
Karen said.
and I got them all edited within a day.
Yeah, that's what Karen said. He said I got 3 episodes recorded in one day. We worked around the train strikes. I chose days I knew I would be able to get into college to record.
Yeah.
How were we at making decisions?
I'd say fairly alright, yeah.
I was okay because I'm always in college. I live up the road from college.
Yeah.
This is basically my second home. Cameron said he's not very good at making decisions, and I agree.
I'm not
Yeah.
very good.
I agree with that one. Sorry, doll. Did you have a where's that word said plan?
Well, we had to make a podcast structure, didn't we? Title and what episodes are which. So yeah. Cameron?
Yes, if something went wrong, me saying something I shouldn't, or recording not working, re-recorded that part again. And we did have to record one part as I said something inappropriate. And also, That's what it says. Is that it?
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
I said also, and that's it. We did not talk for long enough.
Yeah, we need to talk for longer because
Yeah.
it's like not very long.
Especially Cameron.
Yeah. I mean, we're
think,
doing it right now.
yeah. I think we're alright. Me and you are alright.
Yeah, I didn't really talk much though because I was not well.
Yeah.
I just dragged myself in though because fun.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not drag yourself in while you're like dying on the floor?
Yeah.
What's the next question then?
What skills have you got and enhanced?
Skills I have got is to think about my speech and how I talk,
Yeah.
how to make words, and whatever else. How about you, Cameron?
Speaking skills have improved. At first, I was answering just yes and no, but as times went on, I added more detail to my response. I wrote down my answers in preparation for the question, so this gave me time and opportunity to say more and give more information.
I think like I've improved on like sort of knowing how to like answer questions better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I like how to record a podcast properly.
I mean, I did a
and stuff.
podcast before this anyway. I did a podcast like as my first project.
Yeah.
So I knew what to do anyway. End product. How did it turn out? Like in the editing process, I will not know this because I've yet to edit my ones. I've been doing everything else.
So I edited mine in like Adobe Audition, like
Yeah.
put a intro and outro thing on it. Then I exported it and put it in Premiere Pro and put like a little graphic on with like sound waves and uploaded it to YouTube. And it's done quite well so far.
Yeah. I'll eventually edit it, but I've got like so much editing
Yeah.
for like teachers.
Is it that one?
Jacob.
Yeah.
I've got to go film another podcast afterwards. Another 3.
Oh dear.
Oh my god. You can't keep that in. I said I want to die. How about you, Cameron? Would you like me to read it for you?
I got this. This one, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right. I think I could have spoken louder and said more than I did. I understand more about podcasts, but I know that I prefer to be behind the camera / behind the scenes rather than talking.
What feedback did we end up having? We've had feedback out of it, but it's
I've had a bit of feedback from like Mike.
I have. He's just said like be louder and
Speak.
speak.
Like he said, you pretty much got an excellent grade of it.
Yeah. And make it seem like you're having a conversation instead of it being like blocky.
Yeah.
What is your final thoughts on doing the podcast as an evaluation instead of having to write it? Do you prefer it or do you prefer the writing?
Our podcast is a lot easier.
I prefer podcast, not gonna lie. I'm guessing you prefer writing. Cause
I hate both.
Well, if you had to choose
If I had to
one,
choose, I would do this. It's a little bit easier.
yeah.
I think it's easier because you can just sit here and talk, like having a conversation, and in the end of it, your brain just kind of blanks out the mic, so... Well,
Yeah.
for me it does, because I've done this many, many times at this point.
Yeah.
What doesn't help that is right in your face.
And you can love it. So it's not right in your face. You donut. Would you do it again?
Yeah, I'll do a podcast again, and we'll probably be doing one next year. And
Would you do it with the same people?
Yeah. Because I think we all flow off each other quite
We're a
well.
little trio.
Trio.
Trio. What are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts on it was overall was pretty good for a first podcast series we did.
Yeah. I think I'd like it. I might do it again.
Would you do it again, Kevin?
If you've got more confidence in it.
I would, yeah. If I would do it again if I have to.
Yeah. Yeah, see that.
Yeah, thanks for listening to Hit the Podcast.
With me, Matthew.
Cameron.
And Taysha, remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment.